Broadcast. I don't know what the hell that was all about. I want to welcome everyone to Global Markets Radio Daily Recap. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Wednesday, May the 2nd, 2012, 4 p.m. Eastern. Another crazy day. Oh, baby. Disgusting news coming out of Europe. German unemployment falling off a cliff a little bit. Swiss PMI falling off a cliff. Went from 51.6 on the estimate to 46.9. That's not very good. Italian unemployment rate skyrocketing to 9.8%. That's not good. But the S&Ps continue to hold. It's a freaking joke. Doug Cass's longest net long position of the year. That takes guts against this monster double top. And, of course, we can't forget about ADP. I actually thought ADP was going to be better. Shows you what the hell I know. Now, if ADP was worse, 119,000. Supposed to be 178. If ADP was bad. Remember, government jobs are falling off a cliff. Stimulus is coming to an end. We might get a print under 100,000. But it's okay. You can buy stocks then because you know Helicopter Ben will come to the rescue and burn the shorts' asses off. Burn your ASCII. Helicopter Ben. It's so incredible. It's such a joke. The end game in this, if you could tell, we all know what the end game is going to be. Ridiculously high interest rates, right? Or, in my opinion, stagflation. Or even deflation. The Japan situation. And don't think that can't happen. That's been Bernanke's biggest fear all along, is deflation. And that's what he's beat, ahead of jobs. But it's almost like, I don't think he realizes that without him, I think the U.S. economy would go into a deflationary spiral. No jobs and deflation. Because the patient's not healthy. And in the end, the only way is him to continue to print money. And at some point, it's just not going to work. And that's where the non-Japan scenario plays out, because Japan was able to print money and everyone kept buying their stuff. That's why their yields are so low and their bond price is high. But you get to a point where people aren't buying the paper, then you do have inflation, at least on yields. Yields explode. So, but if you could tell everyone the end game, I don't think they would own a share. But what do I know? I've been dead wrong. The market keeps going higher. Unbelievable. This move. After this move. It's crazy. Now, is this a gorgeous double top, in my opinion? Absolutely. Should the market be down again? Absolutely. Could we rally on Friday? Probably. I think that's the most likely scenario. We come in again. Maybe we come into like 1386, maybe, or maybe even back down to 1390, make a new low, suck in the shorts. Maybe we gap down on Friday after the number's terrible, and then to the moon. So I don't think the market's going to be up much. I really don't. I think it's definitely safe. Yeah, we got plenty of data coming out. We've got the new master, although I really don't like him very much, sitting here, Draghi, out of the ECB. And we saw the euro after hitting the channel line. Let me tell you something. A lot of these currency pairs have hit channel lines And they're not. Well, now the euro's toast. The euro should be toast. There's not going to be another LTRO. If anything, Draghi should jawbone the euro down and say a high euro actually is hurting exports. Can you imagine? Or maybe even, if he really wants to do something bold, cut freaking rates. Drop interest rates down to 0.5%. You would see the markets up freaking huge. Dow would be up 300 points. Europe, everywhere, would be up huge. And say I'll do another LTRO if I have to. But I want to see how this rate cut helps the economy. But right now, euro looks like it's toast. Another day. Texas three-step, baby. That was really the only one. Cable came in a little bit, not much. A freaking joke. London did have some relatively decent numbers. We had construction PMI at 55.8 versus 54.1. Money supply, though, crashing down 0.8%. That's not good. And Germany really showing signs. I think between the Italians and the Germans, the 1-2 punch. But the euro looks like we should get a nice follow-through to the downside. Absolutely. Dollar index breaking out a little bit. Only on the euro. Aussie's down 20 pips. Swissy got hit. Cable's barely even down. Take a look at this dollar index. It's trying to push higher. Probably get up to here now. And that would be another 100 pips in the euro. Dollar yen on that disgusting number. Dollar yen actually had a little follow-through last night, huh? Sucker launched right up to the EMA. And now a gorgeous shooting star. After that ADP disgusting number, bond yields came in, dollar yen going lower. Now you measure the move. We should set up for 79. Our Fibonacci, as we do almost every day. Oh, come on. $79. 29 y 12. Did I say that right, Dave? Pretty sure I did. 79 y 12. Oh yeah. This looks very, very good. A lot of the yens, I'll show you, do not look pretty at all. It is triple roll, so maybe either around the Aussie, even the Kiwi. How about that dollar Canada reversal? Holy gamoly. Dollar Swiss, trying to break higher. Looks like we are going more to the upside. That Swiss PMI, really disgusting. Looks like 92. And once again, as I said, they broke the wedge. Break it down to break it out. Maybe everyone's going to be surprised. Maybe we are at a double top in the S&P. Maybe sell in May and go away. And they're taunting the bulls to stay in the game, to get sucked in. Say, don't worry. Look, we're almost at the highs. Does it look like we're going to take them out? Again, once we took out this retracement, all bets are off on the S&P. We're holding above the golden retracement. And how you could stay so bearish? I can't. But the euro certainly looks like it's going lower. Your yen with a big outside candle. How about that pop last night? Oof. Closing terrible. Looks like death. Measure the move on this one, too. We're looking at 103. You do your Fibonacci. 102.50. Certainly 104.20. That's another 100 pips. But the yens look terrible. The yen looks strong. Dollar Canada with a nice reversal. Amazing. And it even took out previous day high. I'm telling you, they don't make it easy, do they? You got to sell the strength. Once it take it out. When it took that sucker out, I'm like, here we go. But obviously, we have resistance right there. We took it out. Not an easy market. Grinding higher. Only 119,000. And most of it in the manufacturing sector. Service sector recorded the biggest uptick. We do have some numbers tonight. Unemployment out of New Zealand. Of course, we did have China numbers also that came out last night. HSBC final, 49.3, a little bit better. I think that's why you had the yen, dollar yen rally. Even cash earnings out of Japan, very surprisingly strong. Up 1.3%. But we do have some big numbers. And the other thing I also want to talk about, crude inventories. No one's even talking about these crude inventories that continue to explode. Higher inventories means less demand. Crude should be coming in. But obviously the Iranian premium, it just doesn't. Dollar Canada, who knows? Cable, another one. Channel line, hit. And is now failing. But with euro sterling so weak, cable's going to put up a fight, as it did today. But I think you sell the strength, maybe get another little pop up to 162.20, something like that, and then look to sell it again. I mean, because we look at the weekly. I know it's a little early, but it did take it out. That is a nice reversal candle. Non-farm payroll. Anybody more than welcome to try my service for free. Join us in my chat room. Even some oldies. I'll let some of you oldies come back in if you'd like. Try my product. You might learn something. Oh, baby. Pound kiwi. Breaking the hell out. Gone. I get it. I really get it. So stupid. I get it if the stock market's going down. I even get it if New Zealand cut rates. So Aussie Kiwi move, I cannot understand. Right at resistance. If this unemployment number is not good, look for this baby to fly. And the Aussie, of course, it's a monster. Doji. Houston. I still think we hit this channel line. I don't believe in this doji. I think we come back down. Man, once we took out 103, I thought it was over. Maybe they pop it. I don't think so. Certainly resistance 105.50 in that area. But this Aussie Kiwi very strong. This New Zealand dollar very weak. Kiwi breaking down here. Looking terrible. Looking like it wants to fall off a cliff. This baby is toast. But again, I think you get a good number. Inline number, you might have a relief rally. Maybe it pops back up. But you get a really bad number, and again, they're rebuilding from the earthquake. So there are certainly reasons for it to be a good number. But last quarter also was bad, only up 0.1. Look about 0.5. Unemployment rate is supposed to be 6.3%. The Kiwi yen. Outside candle, couldn't hold it. We saw the hammer yesterday, but doesn't look very good. All the yens look terrible. Sterling yen, rolling over. I think this baby, oh yeah. Talk about Fibonacci. If they're all going to do their fibs, This baby's got a long way to go. Big time. Swiss yen with a monster outside candle. That looks terrible. Closing below previous day lows. We should hit 87 easy. If I'm right about this dollar yen, they should all come in nicely. Aussie yen. Inside candle, doji. Still looks terrible. Certainly head back to 82. And we got luna yen. Nice reversal there. Little shooting star. You do that retracement. 79.50. 79.70. In that zone. Email me info@globalfxllc.com to reserve your spot for Friday's non-farm payroll. Don't trade alone. Don't do it. What other one? That's it. So gold. Looks like it's rolling over. Big time. And I think if Draghi doesn't print, no LTRO, gold comes in a lot more. A lot more. Gold looks like a nice short. Pound Swiss. Closing pretty strong here. Trying to break out. Not buying it. At monster resistance here. I think it looks like a nice short. Sterling has got to come in. Enough already. I mean, again, the euro-sterling problem. Just keeps going lower. And again, there's going to be revolution. There's going to be the mother lode in Spain. I think Spain's going down. How's that? Greece, Spain, these austerity measures, they're not liking it. Youth unemployment in Spain is 50% under 25 years old. That's unbelievable. How long can this continue to last? I don't think that much longer. But the market just keeps going higher. Why not? As far as other numbers we have coming out tonight, services PMI coming out of London. That should be interesting. We got a French 10-year bond auction. That could be good. You might get a pop in the euro on that. Nationwide house price index coming out of London. Supposed to be up 0.6 from last month's down 1%. But, of course, all eyes will be on Draghi, the ECB. Will they cut? Maybe. I don't think so. ISM non-manufacturing PMI also supposed to edge lower to 55.5 from 56. Labor costs, non-farm productivity, and, of course, unemployment claims. 381 is the estimate there. And there you have it. All right, everyone, again, if you want free access to my premium service for non-farm payroll, email me, info@globalfxllc.com. My sources say this New Zealand number is going to be terrible. But the source is good sometimes, bad sometimes, so, you know. Maybe you want to flip a coin, too. Andrew Spanton. I would think the market's down tomorrow, but I think we could have a big rally on Friday after a disgusting non-farm payroll. Global Markets Radio, the only voice you'll ever need, who truly loves to make you money. Have a good night.